Hello dear students, in our last module we have already studied the test cross and the back cross. In this particular module, let's study the graphical representation of the test cross. This is for our better understanding. So students, let's say I take a parent plant producing violet colored flowers. I know it is a dominant phenotype. But then the genotype of the same is unknown to me. That is, it can either be a heterozygous dominant or it can be a homozygous dominant. Further, what I'm going to do is I'm taking a recessive phenotype, which is obviously having a single genotype of both recessive alleles. Now, what I want to find out is the genotype of this dominant trait. And for that, I'm going to bring about a cross between both the dominant phenotype as well as the recessive phenotype. We are going to study this with the help of Punnett square as we've already done in our prior modules. So students, as I said, I'm taking a dominant phenotype and I'm crossing it with a recessive phenotype whose genotype is already known to me, whereas the genotype of the dominant phenotype is unknown, and that is exactly what we are going to find here with the help of this test cross. Now this kind of a cross is going to give me 4 types of result, wherein here I see that all the 4 that are produced are violet colored flowers and are having a genotype of heterozygous dominant. Now such kind of a progeny result can only be possible when our dominant phenotype is homozygous. So hence with this kind of a cross I was able to find out the genotype of my dominant trait. Similarly students, the second condition can be such where again if I am crossing my dominant phenotype whose genotype is unknown with the recessive phenotype whose genotype is known to me, and here also I am getting 4 types of results where 2 are violet colored flowers, that is showcasing dominant trait, whereas the remaining 2 are white colored flowers showing the homozygous, or let's say the homozygous recessive trait. So in such a situation, I know that the genotype of my dominant trait is heterozygous dominant, as a result giving rise to both dominant as well as recessive alleles. That is why we are seeing appearance of a recessive genotype here in this result. So students, here this is exactly the Punnett square that we have used earlier, and again to find out or to study the graphical representation of our test cross. So students, in this module we are done with the graphical representation of our test cross. I hope you've understood the test cross better now, and now we are going to start in our next module the deviation from Mendelian ratio, and we are going to study what exactly is a post-Mendelian genetics, or let's say a neo-Mendelian genetics. Thank you.